Hey everybody, welcome back to Champion Sons and our new Madden 24 series here with the Arizona Cardinals, trying to get them rebuilt back up and to the Super Bowl once again. And this is going to be a tough season ahead of us. We saw the schedule the last time. Week 1 is getting ready to kick off here, going to be against the Washington Commanders. They do have Jacoby Brissett leading the way. And as the teams are getting set to come to the field and they're making their entrances here to get week 1 kicked off, we are going to go ahead and stop off and handle some business that we got to deal with. First is going to be talking to Ojulari here to kind of get him built up. He's had a great camp, and we just really want him to kind of continue that through this opening game. Now, he is pretty confident. I think he is ready to step up. He's going to be coming off that left edge, so he should have some opportunities. But we need him to get 2 combined sacks and tackles for a loss, to get an upgrade. Now, our season goals. We're a pretty bad team. I am going to go with 4 wins per season, or this season. I toyed with 7, but I'm looking at our – we saw the roster the last episode, and so I think really going with 4 is the most realistic option for us. Now, how are we going to attack this Commanders team, this defense? I want to say the passing game or rushing game, but I think the way we're built, we're going to have to get it done through the air. Now, throwing for 350 yards is quite a hefty task. Not a whole lot of quarterbacks are going to do that week in and week out in reality, even in this day and age of football. But it's up to us to do it. Now, we did go 3 and out on our opening possession and had to punt it away. So here comes Washington right back at us on their opening drive. And our first attempt seeing the defense in true live action. Ones versus ones. This is it. This is what we're made of. Get this season underway. So after that stops for no gain, Washington comes out in a shotgun formation. They have the snap, drop backs. He throws it out to Robinson in the flat, who's going to get hit and pushed out of bounds after a gain of 6, making it 3rd and 4. Williams was able to chase him through that sideline and push him out of bounds. So a pretty good job on him, but you won't want to leave their running backs that wide open in the flat. Now we have him at a 3rd and 4, needing to get off the field. Brissett's alone in the shotgun, has the snap, drops back, throws it right over, 1 missed tackle. He bounces off another one. And finally, we're going to bring him down to the ground. They do get the pass completed to Samuel. He does pick up enough yards for the first down. Buda Baker does come in to clean that one up and bring him to the turf. However, too late to prevent the first down. So 1st and 10 now at the 24-yard line here. Cardinals don't really bring anybody in. Brissett, I don't know what he was doing on that throw. It looked like he was going to the short guy on the drag route, but bounced it off his own defensive or own lineman's back of his head. So after that incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 is where we have them, needing to try to keep them contained here. They've been making these plays this whole drive, and this is where they've gotten so far. In the shotgun, they're going to play action. Brissett drops off to the tight end. He's going to be hit and have his legs taken out from under him, but he does gain about 8-9 yards on that one, make it 3rd and 1. Hamilton comes in and puts a hard hit on the tight end there to take his legs out, but he gains 9 yards. So now 3rd and 1 for the Commanders offense. We need to get a stop right here. Our line needs to step up. We bring a blitz. He throws it quickly over the middle for Thomas, his tight end, and he's going to make the catch. We brought the blitzing linebackers. They couldn't get there. Brissett, stoic in the pocket, just hammers the quick little slant pattern into the tight end, and that's going to be a 1st and goal. Trying to keep him out of the end zone. Prevent points on the opening drive. Here come the Commanders in the shotgun. They have the snap. Throw it to the left side. It's caught by McLaurin, but he does step out of bounds. Williams went flying into the out-of-bounds area, trying to put on a hit, but completely whiffed in that sense. Now, B.J. Ojulari, our 2nd-round pick, was the guy we spotlighted at the beginning of this episode. We need him to come through for us. He has been kind of stagnant so far on this opening drive. So in the power formation, Commanders under center. Brissett hands it off to Robinson, cutting right. Back up the middle. He's hit. He's going to be stood up on the goal line. Great job by Collins to stand him up. He had a great preseason, And man, did he come through for us on that one, making it 3rd and goal. And Washington is going to spread this one out with about just mere inches to go on this one. Brissett has the snap, fires it over to the left side, and he's got his man for a touchdown. Jahan Dotson, I guess is how it's pronounced. Jahan Dotson for the touchdown. And we're trailing for the first time of the season, and it just so happens to be after the first offensive drive. Our defense was a struggle. We mentioned that last episode. We knew this was going to be an issue. We are going to have to put up some points. Now trying to respond. Murray fires it over to the left side, and he's going to be completely out of reach on that one. Kyler Murray starting out 0 for 3 on this. Had a wide open receiver, just whiffed on him. Completely whiffed on him. And that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Now Clement's in the background because Connor did get hurt on the opening drive. And it's going to be an option keeper by Murray, and he's going to be hit and stuffed down in the backfield. A perfect 2-legged takedown of him for a 2-yard loss. Kyler nowhere to run on that play, making it 3rd and 12. I guess the only positive right now at this point is that the clock is running. So we're going to come out, and not really in a 5-wide, but with no backs in the backfield. Murray has the snap, stands back, fires it off to the right side, and he completely whiffs. Oh, God, that was a bad pass. And that's going to force us to punt. And here comes Washington on their 2nd drive of the season. They hand it right up the middle. Watkins is able to get off his block, and he's going to bring him down. And it looks like an injury on the Commanders right now. Samuel, he's going to go off into the locker room to get checked out. But Watkins did a good job coming off his block. He got a great initial push. It came off pretty well. You just don't want him throwing the running back forward like he did on that play. So now they come out in a 3-wide set, shotgun formation. They have the snap. It's going to be handed off to Robinson. Cuts left. He's going to be hitting hard and put to the ground. Brian Robinson Jr. there picking up just enough to make it a 3rd and 1 on the upcoming play from the 29-yard line here. Our offense has not been helping us out so far. And it's still early in this game. But we need to get a good stop, and this will really help us. Now they hand it off to Robinson. Kazir White misses him. Bounced right off of him. And then Thompson comes in to clean up the tackle, but Cameron Thompson shouldn't be in that position. Kazir White should have made that stop. Well, after they bounced off that one to pick up a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line now. Brissett drops back, fires it off to the right side. He's got his man, and he's going to be hit and pushed out of bounds. Brissett's 9 of 10 for 53 yards so far. His accuracy is just incredible. Unlike Kyler, who's 0 for 4 to start this game. So 2nd and 2. Our defense is trying our heel. We are back on our heels. Here we get a little bit of pressure. Drops it off to Robinson. Has a block, and we finally bring him down. A good play by this defense here to hold him to no gain on that pass play. So here we are, 3rd and 2 inside the red zone. Our defense needing to come through. We have to have a stop. I don't want to go down by 2 scores this early. Brissett's going to be under center. Has the snap. Hands it off to the right. Baker's going to hit him in the backfield and bring Robinson down for a loss. A 3-yard loss. Great play by Buda Baker on that one to come shooting through and to make that stop. Didn't allow the blocker to get to him. He hit the play where it needed to be, and that's going to force a field goal. Now we will find ourselves down 10-0 here after they do kick that field goal. And on 1st and 10 from the 15, we hand it off to Brown on the end around. Marquise Brown down the sideline. He's hit and brought and put to the turf after a gain of about 19 yards. 3rd, all the way to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 15 to the 34, the biggest play of the season so far for us. Now Kyler's going to come out in a shotgun. We got a 3-wide set with our tight end in the slot formation. Has the snap. He's going to take off. He's down the sideline. Good blocking for him. Still going and slides down just right around the midfield marker. And that's going to be a good pickup here by the Cardinals as we are looking like we're on the move. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Kyler is going to be out in a shotgun once again. Still a 3-wide set, but our tight end is slot right. Hand it off to Clement going left. Bounces off one tackler, but finally gets brought to the turf after a gain of 4 yards. Tough running here. Our offensive line, that's another area where we have to improve. We knew it was going to be a slight issue, and it's proven to be so far early in this one. Now on 2nd and 6, we drop off to McBride, who's filling in for Zach Ertz, who did get hurt. And so he is out. So McBride is starting in the tight end position today for us, and he came through on that one, getting us a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line on the plus side of the field. Now Murray staying in the shotgun, has the snap. It's going to be a screen pass. He gets it off to Clement, who's hit almost immediately and brought to the turf. Kyler Murray is 3 for 7 for 25 yards here in the first quarter with 1 minute remaining, basically, at this stage. So 2nd and 10 after that. I wouldn't say busted screenplay, just ineffective. Murray in the shotgun, has the snap. Fires it over to Clement out of the backfield. He has a little movement, and he gets pushed out of bounds finally at the 26-yard line, but that is enough to pick up the first down. He got 13 yards on that one, down to the 26-yard line, giving us a brand new 1st and 10. Now this should be the final play of the first quarter. We'll have to see. Murray has the snap, fires it over the middle. He hits Moore. Rondale Moore couldn't hold on to that one, though, and that's a dangerous throw to make. One, your receiver's going to get killed like Moore just did. But two, that can lead to interceptions. We have to be careful about that one. Now that incompletion does stop the clock, so we will have at least one more play here in the first quarter as we continue to push our way to try to get back into this game. So 2nd and 10. Murray in the shotgun, has the snap. He fires it over to McBride, coming across the field, hit and put down after a gain of about 8 yards. Murray's now 5 of 10 for 45 yards. So he's starting to see his receivers a little bit better. As the first quarter does come to an end, we are trailing 10-0 here. In this one, we just have not been effective on offense at all. So trying to reverse our fortune inside the red zone now at the 18-yard line. We have a 3rd and 2 coming out in a pistol formation. 2 tight ends to the right. Brown wide left. Has a snap. It's going to be a play action. Rolls out to his left. Fires that one over to Brewer, who's unable to make the catch. Oh, man, that's a dangerous throw. I almost want Murray to take that from that point, but he doesn't, so now it's 4th and 2. And we're going to have to go for it. You're going to see us gambling a lot, I have a feeling, in this series, at least in this first season. On 4th and 2, Murray fires it over to McBride, who makes the catch for a first down at the 11-yard line. A quick little just turnaround, and he picks up about 6 yards for the 1st and 10. Gets us to the actual 11-yard line here, so we have a brand new set. Trying to get this offense pushed over the hump and into the end zone. Murray's going to be in a shotgun formation, 3 wide. McBride slot left. Hands off to Clement to the left side. He's got blockers. Clement pushing forward into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Corey Clement gets the opening touchdown of the season for this Cardinals offense, and a great run from about 11 yards out, taking it to the left side, following his blockers right there into the end zone. Good job by McBride down there blocking up that safety, and that's going to get us right back in this one. But Washington does have something to say about that. They lead by 3. The score is 10-7. Brissett drops back, fires it to the left side. He hits his tight end who makes the catch and is finally brought down. How are we not stopping him? Brissett's 13 of 14. In no world would he ever be 13 of 14, even playing the Cardinals in real life. Either way, it is what it is at this stage. So still trailing by 3, needing to get a stop. They're inside the red zone. Brissett drops back, fires it over the middle. He has his man breaking tackles. He got away from Buda Baker, but Thomas finally brings him down. And that was a tough one. He hit Dotson coming across the middle there all the way down to the 2-yard line. And that's going to make it 1st and goal. Here they come out with a lone back set. Robinson in the backfield. They hand it off to him right up the gut, and he's going to get into the end zone untouched. And just like that, we went from a 3-score game back to a 10-score game here in the second quarter. Now in our very next drive, we have a 3rd and 13. We drop back, fired to McBride over the middle. Good throw down the field. And that's going to get us into the plus side at the 34-yard line. Great throw by Kyler to drop that one in there. And that's a risky throw to make, especially with the way these defenders can swoop in and take that ball from you. But a good job putting it in front of the safety and just over those linebackers, hitting McBride in stride. and that's going to get us to the 34-yard line, so we've got something cooking. We're going to come out in a shotgun, 3-wide set. Murray has a snap. It's going to be a screen pass. Drops it off to Clement going left. He's got some space. And Clement finally gets pushed out after about 8 yards down to the 26-yard line. And a great block by our leading blocker there, putting his man on his back. That's going to make it 2nd and 2. We're going to come out in a shotgun once again. 3 wide. McBride, slot right, has the snap, hands it to Clement going left. He's got space once again. Clement down the sideline and is brought down at the 14-yard line. He's got 24 yards on 4 carries. A couple of them coming on these last 2 drives. One was a touchdown from 11 yards out, and then that run right there puts us in really good position at the 14. So 1st and 10. Murray has a snap, scans over the field. Pressure comes. He tries to run, but gets just brought down by Allen, who just came right up the gut. Nowhere to go with it. The defenders had all our receivers covered up. And by that point, when he needed to run, it was just too late. So 2nd and 16. Murray has the snap once again. They get pressure off his backside, and he throws it over the middle. And that one should have been caught. It really could have been caught by Rondale Moore, but he does not come down with it. So that's going to make it 3rd and 16 from the 20. Trying to push this one down the field. All the momentum's going the Commanders' way. Murray in a shotgun all by himself. He's making changes at the line, it looks like. Now he has the snap. Stands in the pocket, fires it quickly. He hits Dortch over the middle, who's going to actually make the catch and come down with it. Murray's 10 of 12 for 118 yards. 118 yards, that's Dortch's first touch of the day. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 8. Now, since we're within 2 scores, I'm going to go ahead and kick the field goal to put us just trailing by just a touchdown. As Prater boots that one through right down the middle. And that's going to make this score 17-10. Just around 3 minutes left, give or take, in the first half of the opening game. Or 4 minutes, excuse me. So 1st and 10 for the Commanders. After we add a field goal, they hand it to Robinson going left. He's going to be hit and brought down. Great job by this defense to swarm over Robinson this time as he gets brought to the turf after a gain of only 2 yards. So 2nd and 8. They're going to come out in a bunch formation and a shotgun. Brissett has the snap. Pressure tries to come, but they pick up the blitz, and he fires it to McLaurin down the left side. He's all alone, and he's going to walk it into the end zone. Brissett hits McLaurin. We brought a blitz, and it got picked up beautifully by the Commanders' line. And that left one-on-one coverage on the outside, and McLaurin just blew past his man without any, he was so fast, I don't think he left dust on the defender. And that's going to extend their lead out. Now, after we had a quick little 3-and-out and allowed another field goal, we trail by 17. And guess what? We're still in the first half. And on this 1st and 10, we fire it over, and we finally hit our man, who gets brought down after a gain of 9. There's 30 seconds remaining here as we go hurry up. 5 wide. Murray fires it deep down the left side. He's looking for Brown, who's pretty well covered, and that ball lands incomplete, out of bounds. Trailing by 17. Needing to try to get something going. We got 19 seconds left and a 3rd and 1. We are on the 32-yard line at the plus side of the field, though. So 3rd and 1. Murray's going to come out in a shotgun. 2 tight ends right. 2 receivers wide left. He has the snap. Fires it off to the left side, and he misses him. He had Tagai all the way over there, all by his lonesome. And I don't know who Murray was throwing it to. I thought it was Tagai, but he completely whiffed on him by about 5 yards. And that's going to force us to kick about a 49-yard field goal. Prater, his 2nd of the day, up, and that one is going to be good here. And that's going to put it back to at least within a 2-score ball game, as it's 27-13. And we're going to take that score into halftime with us, needing to do a lot to bounce back. Play-wise, 38 offensive snaps to 36. It's fairly even in that sense, but it's just points we're not able to put them up, it just seems like. But let's check out some other scores going around here on NFL kickoff weekend. As the 49ers leading the Steelers 21-0 in Steeltown. Kenny Pickett is only 4 of 6 for 32 yards. Brock Purdy's got 3 touchdowns. Now we travel south to Atlanta, where the Panthers and Bryce Young are putting a beatdown on Desmond Ridder and the Falcons 24-7. Bryce Young 9 of 11 for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now we cut back, still on the East Coast, but going to the AFC, checking out the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. C.J. Stroud 3 or 4, 40 yards and a TD. Lamar Jackson 5 of 6 for 46 yards and an interception, but that game was tied at 13. So we've had bright spots. We have, but right now it seems like our defense is just struggling. They have some speed. We got to try to find a way this second half to counteract that speed. And this is where we got to get it started on the opening drive for the Commanders of the second half. Brissett has the snap, fires it over the middle. He's going to find a wide-open McLaurin, who breaks one tackle, and he's going to be all alone and walk it into the end zone. I don't know if that was just a bad effort tackling or what, but, oh, good Lord. He just shoved off. The tackler didn't even affect his stride. And he blows past. And we went from a 14-point deficit. And it looks like after this extra point goes up, and that is good. We're at a 21-point deficit now. It's 34-13. Now Murray on the very next drive tries to take off up the middle and is going to get brought down by Allen once again. Looks like our interior offensive line is struggling to deal with him. I'm not sure how we're going to have to counteract that one. Not a whole lot of talent available in free agency, but we'll have to see what we can do. So 2nd and 13 now from our own 16-yard line after the 3-yard sack of Murray. He's going to be in a shotgun. We got James Conner back on the field. Murray in the shotgun, has the snap, hands it to Conner going left, and he was too slow to get going as he gets brought down behind the line again. Second play for a loss in a row. That puts us in a 3rd and 16. We cannot live by 3rd and long. That's just going to end poorly for us. So Murray from 3rd and 16 in the shotgun has the snap. They only rush 4, steps in the pocket. He has a man deep down the left side, and he's going to overthrow him. He had Marquise Brown with a step. He just could not hit him. And that forced us to punt from deep in our own territory. So, of course, Washington gets good field position. And they hand that 1st and 10 off to Gibson, who's going to be stopped after a gain of only 1 yard. The score is still 34-13. We trail by 21 points. And this game is a struggle for our defense right now. As they get the snap, play action, and he drops it off to Thomas. One tackler missed. And finally, Baker takes his legs out and brings Thomas to the turf. Brissett is 22 of 26 for 266 yards on the day so far. So now from the 19-yard line, Brissett in a shotgun. It's a play action. He pulls it down himself. He's off down the left side. Thompson hits him and takes his legs out. Brissett's going to be stopped after a gain of 8 yards. Looks a little slow to get up, but he does seem to get up just fine. So 2nd and 2 now from the 11. Brissett making changes at the line from a shotgun. Has the snap. Fires it quickly over to the left side, and that's going to fall incomplete. Good coverage by Matthew and our defensive backs there. They were able to prevent him from making that catch, so now it's 3rd and 2 from the 11. Brissett's going to be under center. 2 tight ends. Both receivers bunched in close. He has the snap. Hands it off to Robinson going to the right. He gets past one tackler and another one. And he just walks into the end zone. Brian Robinson makes this a 4-score game. We're about to be trailing 41-13 in the 3rd quarter to Washington. To the Commanders, ladies and gentlemen, led by Jacoby Brissett. This is really scary for what the rest of our season could be. Now, our offense didn't do anything, went 3 and out, and had to punt. So here comes Washington back out with it, hands it to Gibson, gets past one tackler, still fighting people off, and picks up 9 yards on that rush. He's got 24 yards on 4 carries so far this afternoon. So on 2nd and 1, Brissett's going to be in a shotgun, 3 receiver set. Makes a change, has a snap, fires it to the left side. It's going to be intercepted by Wilson. He's going to be taking it back all alone. 10-5, touchdown Cardinals. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Marco Wilson jumped that route. They had him in the flat. He saw it coming. He jumped it, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Cardinals. Not much has gone right for this defense all game, so I'm glad to see it finally did here as we get another touchdown on the board. Only the second of the season. So far, our offense and defense have scored the same number of touchdowns. And now we're going to advance on up to the fourth quarter where we have a 2nd and 2 dropping off a screen pass to Connor. Makes a cut out to the right side, and he's brought down about the 35-yard line. The score is now 20-48. Washington came back and put up another score on us. So we're trailing by 4 touchdowns. I don't see how we can win this one. we're playing for pride at this point. Trying to at least put some more points on the board. I do think a 3-touchdown game looks a little bit more respectable than a 4-touchdown game. And the throw over the middle. What a catch by Dortch. He is really coming on in this game as he laid out for that one. Only his 2nd catch of the day. We might have to start targeting him a little bit more and paying attention to what he can do out there on this field. Now Murray with the 1st and 10 from the 21. Hands it off to Connor right. Got a big hole open. Connor finally brought down after a gain of about 10 yards all the way to the 11-yard line. That's going to give us another 1st and 10. Our offense is on the move here. Kyler Murray in a shotgun. He's going to go 3 wide actually. Has the snap. Stands in the pocket. Fires it to the left side. They go up for it and no one's able to come down. But there is a flag on the play. And they are going to call pass interference on the defense. That is lucky for us. I didn't see it, but 3 defenders were around McBride when he went up for that, so it's very possible. Now from the 1-yard line here, trying to cut this thing to a 3-touchdown game. Murray has the snap, fires it quickly over to Brown on the left side, who does drop it. Marquise Brown drops that one. Murray 21-39 now. And there have been a lot of drops in this game. I'm not sure why our guys don't seem to catch all that well. So now on 2nd and goal, Murray drops back, throws it. He's got his man Dortch over the middle. Touchdown Cardinals. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Great throw. It's still a little far out in front of him, but Dortch does a fantastic job to come down with that one. And really, that's all we can say about this game. We do get it within, do make it 27-48. However, that's where the score will remain. We kept them from scoring 50, so that's a positive, right? No, big positive there. Kept them from scoring 50. And this is just kind of a preview of what I have a feeling this season is going to be like. We are going to have to keep an eye on the free agent market to see who comes up. And I mean, even the most minuscule of improvements is going to help us out, I think, a big time. Now, Ojulari had a good game. He had multiple tackles. He just did not have the combined tackles for a loss that he was needing. So, you know, that's all I would really say if I was a coach to a player like that. Like, they just keep working. It'll be fine. It was one game. You got to learn to move on. Then Marquise Brown tries to stand up for us since we did basically make our offense this week a passing game. And we did challenge. He tried to, rise up to it, but you drop a touchdown in the end zone, you should have some hard feelings. But as we've said, this season is early. That's one game in. We got a lot of games left to go in this one. So stay tuned for how the rest of this season turns out. Hit the like button if you did like today's video, and hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed already. In the next episode, we will be taking on another NFC East foe, the New York Giants. And I will see y'all in that episode, everybody. So as always, stay safe. And well, y'all know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.